Alright everybody, welcome back to Mario Returns. Today we're going to take on Blaze Caverns 2 and possibly the rest of the hack depending on how quick this goes. But before we start, a couple of things. Number one, I think it should look a little bit different. Someone had, well, it was probably maybe a couple people, but I saw it recently. I would say like last week. Today's the 23rd of July. And this was about a week ago that I had seen this. Someone tweeted at me recommending that I change an option that makes things look less blurry, and it actually looks a lot less blurry. It looks a lot cleaner. It's pretty pixely, but you know, that's just Super Mario World for you. But I don't remember who it was, but thank you for recommending this to me. Hopefully things look a lot better for most people. Unfortunately, I don't remember because A, my memory is terrible to begin with, but B, the story that I'm about to tell was pretty much happening at about the same time. So I was trying to figure out an issue that I was having that I'll get into in a little bit. So, unfortunately, I forgot to respond, and I don't know who said it, but I'm sure at least a couple people have told me. If not, at least one person who tweeted. If you're the person who tweeted me about a week ago, then this one's for you. Other than that, what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? I actually don't remember. I forgot. This is why I need a list to talk about. I only had like 2 things to talk about. Oh, I guess the other thing is it just kind of relates to what I was saying, the story I'm about to tell. This video is probably going to be a lot more save state heavy, because I have another story to tell, and not ignoring the fact that this hack was getting harder anyway, so, like, regardless of if I had a story to tell or not, I'd probably be save stating more, but, like, be prepared for a little bit of save stating in this one, because, unfortunately, this isn't just gonna be, like, chill Mario fun, because I have a stupid story to tell. That was great. Dude, this guy just loves using chucks. Every level has been chucks. Every single level has been chucks. But just so I don't get distracted quite as much, I also really need to figure out about a rewind. I used to use a different emulator, and rewind was, like, pretty easily mappable, but then I didn't really see it for this emulator. So I'm using a different one than I used to use, like, way back when, so it's, like, you know, it's slightly different. So I don't have any rewind set up. I don't even know if it's possible. I would assume so, but I just missed it, so. Other than that, yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of save stating because I don't want to get too distracted and be bouncing around all over the place like I usually... Like, I'm going to get distracted anyway, you know? It really doesn't matter too much because it's going to happen regardless, but save stating will at least let me get a little bit less distracted. And like I mentioned, stuff's just getting kind of harder anyway. Like, some of these levels have been pretty rough recently. Like that Boo boss fight. That was kind of hard, especially if you don't have the blocks, but other than that, let me get into my story here because it's just like, oh my god, out of all the, like, the 4, I don't even know if this is the 4th or 5th Mario Returns video, but out of the 4 or 5 that I've done, I think this is going to be like, what, 4 or 5? Out of most of them, I've pretty much been complaining or talking about something that hasn't really been going well. I think only one of them was purely just kind of like chill Mario fun. But sometime last week, I was hanging out, you know, taking care of my usual stuff. I think I was just kind of like sitting around probably waiting for videos to render. Or I think I had just gotten done with like recording and just rendering stuff out. So I was just kind of hanging out, having a good time. And then all of a sudden, my computer turns off. I'm like, wow, that's weird. Computers usually aren't supposed to do that unless you tell it to do that, right? Usually they only turn off if, you know, you unplug it or you tell it to turn off. So I'm just sitting there like, that's kind of strange. That usually doesn't happen. I'm like, it's probably something stupid. You know, it's probably something like easy to fix, right? It's probably like the cable's bad or like just ended up nudging the plug a little bit. Maybe it was loose. Like, who knows, you know? Who knows what wacky stuff could have happened. So I'm like, all right, well, guess I gotta fix this because having a computer is pretty important, right? Especially when you're, like, recording and doing gameplay stuff and, like, you know, kind of need a computer for the most part. At least for me, I need a computer. I know you can do stuff, like, on places, like, they have their own sort of share stuff, but I'm not exactly sure just how, like, complex it is. How many times am I going to lose Yoshi here? Like, every time. I'm not sure how complex it is. I'm not sure if it, like, lets you edit and stuff. I would doubt it, but... Or I wouldn't think so, but... I actually don't know. Dude, this Yoshi has been hit so many times. Can I get this and just fly? But either way, I use my computer pretty much for, like, everything I do. Like, everything that I do, the computer has to get used. Recording this, computer. Recording console stuff, computer. You know, just watching stuff, computer. Like, it's pretty important. So I try figuring it out. I'm like, it's probably something dumb. Try to, like, make sure everything's plugged in properly. You know, the easy stuff you usually try to do. Try to turn it on. Doesn't turn on. All right. Well, this is going swimmingly so far. So I'm like, all right, well, let me try, like, plugging it into a different outlet. Maybe the outlet's, like, kind of weird. That doesn't work. All right, let me try moving it to, like, a completely different room. Try a completely different outlet somewhere else. Nope, doesn't work. All right, let me try to change the power cable. Maybe changing the power cable will work. I figured that has to be it. Like, this is probably... It's probably just this, right? So I tried changing the cable. I do have an extra power cable. And try to use that, see if it works. Doesn't work. So now I'm sitting here with a computer that doesn't work. Hasn't been working for a little bit. I'm like, man, I was hoping this would be, like, pretty easy troubleshooting, right? That's what you hope. Every time some dumb problem comes up, you hope it's, like, really easy to deal with. But unfortunately, so far, not really easy. So I try to open up my computer, do a couple other things, check stuff, make sure everything's, like, you know, connected properly. Like, who the hell knows what happened? And unfortunately, nothing I try really works. And now we have this. I'm not getting that Yoshi coin. Nothing I try really works. So it's pretty sad. And I'm like, man, this is gonna be pretty crappy, isn't it? This actually is gonna hit the ceiling and come back, right? Yep. Okay, sweet. So, you know, just trying the easy stuff didn't really work. And, yeah, it was probably about it for the computer. It didn't turn on anymore. Well, that's why we got the save states. Unfortunately, it wasn't turning on anymore. All the simple things that I had tried wasn't really working. Looked up things further, and it was suggested that it would probably be, like, you know, the motherboard or the power supply unit. And I hadn't really had, like, problems like this until, like, oh my god, that was silly. I hadn't really had any problems with the computer, like, just, you know, kind of simple stuff, like, every now and then something messes up, but nothing too bad. And this just, like, came out of nowhere. It really sucked. So, figure it's beyond my expertise, get someone to help me out. A little bit goes by, and I find out that it's basically the power supply. The power supply not working anymore. I don't know what the hell happened to it. No clue. Maybe just a bad power supply. Because things really shouldn't be stressing the computer out too much for power. It should be, like, generally fine on power. Not really sure what happened, especially because from some of the stuff I had read or some of the stuff I had also known was that, like, if your power supply goes bad, usually there's, like, well, maybe not usually, but sometimes there's, like, a little pop noise of it popping. And a weird smell. I'm not sure what kind of smell. I'm sure some people out there have had power supply issues before and probably know what I'm talking about. But I was, like, checking out the computer pretty quickly after it just turned off. And I had my headphones on, so, like, if it did pop, then I wouldn't have heard it. I also didn't smell anything. So I was like, damn. But it turns out it was the power supply. How many hits does Ludwig take? That was, like, 3. Ludwig. It's weird because this boss battle isn't really any different from, like, the original one. Did that take an extra hit? Was that it? That's weird. I feel like all the other boss battles have been, like, kind of different. Maybe not. That was a surprisingly easy boss fight there. I'm going to have a bunch to read here. I mean, most of the story, the main point of the story has been told, right? Computer issues ends up being the power supply. Not a good time. And boot that castle the hell out of here. Get it out of my forest, even though we're in a cave. Ludwig von Koopa has been sent packing, and a door has opened to Ectopolis. Alright, home to all spirits. Onward, hero. The final confrontation is here, and you must meet it. So I guess there probably really isn't, you know, too much more crazy stuff to the story. But it ended up being the power supply. And, because I didn't really know what the problem was going to be in the beginning, I didn't really say anything. Because, like, again, luckily for me, I'm totally not even going to fucking read this. Luckily for me, I had recently backed up my stuff again. Oh man, it's like super icy here. I had recently, like, backed up all of my stuff. Well, see you later, Yoshi. Not all of it. There was, like, one recording session that wasn't quite backed up because, like, every now and then I had been backing my stuff up, and I probably had, like, recorded that day. That was probably the stuff that I hadn't backed up. So I figured that it wasn't really going to, like, mess with my uploading too much if I just kept uploading what I had been doing kind of normally recently, which was, like, 1 Resident Evil Part 2, The Last of Us. And generally I was fine to keep uploading that stuff. So while I was having these issues over the better part of the last week, I didn't really say anything because I wanted to have, like, more information. But once the issue was figured out, it was fixed pretty quick. Unfortunately, I lost, like, I wouldn't say I lost, but it took me, like, I don't know, a day or so trying to, like, troubleshoot it myself, hoping that I would be able to do it. And unfortunately, that didn't quite work out. It wasn't the simple fix I was hoping it to be, because it did end up being the power supply that just wasn't working anymore. But it really sucked. It wasn't very fun. It wasn't a very fun time. But yeah, I had pretty much, like, a lot of stuff backed up, so it wasn't going to be too much of an issue uploading. But now I can talk about it today. Now I have my computer back for who knows how long. Now we have Fishing Boo here, which is awful. I have no idea how it's going to work out, because it just seems like, you know, kind of moderately annoying things keep happening. You know, like, last month we had the whole, what the hell was in that? Last month, if I could stop dying to Ludwig, I mean, not Ludwig, Fishing Stupid Boo. See, I'm all discombobulated now. Thank God I didn't fall on that. Oh my God. I just need to get out of this area. I don't know why. Oh, you can't spin jump the fire? You really can't spin jump the fire? Wow, that magnetized into me. Do you see how that magnetizes into Mario? I'm just trying to test. Dude, look at that. That is ridiculous. It makes so much distance in just like a 1-frame turn. I've completely lost track of what I was trying to say. This is why I just try to, like, tell my story. Wait, what the fuck happened there? This ghost house is crazy. They usually are, but this ghost house is especially crazy. Oh my God, there's invisible platforms. Why would they do this to me? I can't believe this. I mean, it's actually, like, not too bad. Well, there's a key up there. There's, like, a keyhole. Oh my God, I couldn't get in the door. I was like, I got time. I got time. Well, I probably need that for something. Well, here's also the key. Awesome. But yeah, for now things are better. Last month we had the whole water deal. I probably can't take this through the door. Last month we had the whole water deal. That luckily, nothing too bad was, like, messed up. All of that is basically, like, fixed by now. Also, I can't really do anything in here. Who knows what kind of wacky secret I'm gonna have to figure out. But yeah, that water stuff is, like, pretty much dealt with for now, which is good. And then I've been dealing with this computer issue, which has not been good. But now I have my computer back, and hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully it stays functioning, because that would be, like, pretty cool, you know? Just to have a computer that works and all that stuff, you know? I'm asking a lot from it to work, but it is what it is. Also, this is gonna be, like, kind of crappy to figure out, isn't it? What do I need to figure out here? Who knows? Okay, maybe I didn't need to figure out that much. But, you know, again, just unfortunate timing and lucky for me that I have been backing my stuff up occasionally. Because if I wasn't able to upload, that would suck. I was already doing pretty well, recording pretty consistently and uploading, but unfortunately I keep getting these weird setbacks that just kind of screw me over for a little bit. And then, oh man, do I, like, have to get that? I get screwed over for a little bit, and then it, like, kind of gets fixed. And this ghost house is gonna suck. I freaking knew it. Can I, like, take this? Nope. This ghost house might suck. I might have to, like, edit a little bit of this out as I try to figure out this ghost house. Because I have no clue. At least, I guess it lets me tell my story a little bit more. I wish I could get into that pipe. I don't think it's gonna work. But it really sucks not having a computer. Especially when you rely on it for, like, you know, quite a bit. Oh my God, the double hitbox, that sucks. But, you know, for now it's okay. I have to get that P switch again. Until who knows what the next thing is gonna be. So I should probably back up the rest of the videos that I have done, because I'm probably gonna need them at some point, because this is like the second time now that recording in advance and having my stuff backed up has helped within like the past month, basically. Like, it just sucks. And I hope that people don't have to deal with the same issue as I have. I hope you guys don't have to deal with water issues or any of those other lame issues. I'm also gonna save here. All right. I need to like figure this out. So I probably need to get the coin line into the stupid thing. This isn't what I want. Where's the coin line at? That's not it. Is it? Wait, I thought there was like a coin line that came out of one of these. Is there not? Do you only get like one coin line? Is that really all you get? No way. Where'd that coin line go? It wasn't over here, was it? Nope. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take the death on this one and try it over. Do you really only get to hit that like coin line out of the box one time? It's kind of weird. That's a little weird. So I've been having a good time this past week, since my story is like basically done. It went a little off the rails there at the end, but in general, I think I did an okay job of trying to tell it. But yeah, I hope you guys aren't dealing with any of the same issues. I'm sure potentially some of you are, because that's just how it be, but hopefully not for long. Hopefully none of us have to deal with any issues, but unfortunately that's just not quite what life says. Life says you got to deal with issues, at least from time to time. Some people got to deal with more and bigger issues, but I would say probably most of us are dealing with issues at any given time, so. We'll see. We'll see if I can do this. And what kind of sucks is that, like, this isn't the... I mean, I don't really deal with this issue, like, a ton. It's not like I deal with this issue, like, all the time. Can I actually, like... Yeah, see, now this block over here has the coin line. It didn't respawn for some reason, because that's what you're supposed to do with the P-switch. For some reason, it didn't respawn. I thought normally if you, like, exited the room and came back, it would come back. Like, I'm probably crazy. I am probably a little crazy, and there's probably, like, an easy explanation to that, but hopefully I can actually, like, use it now. Hopefully it's there. Because otherwise, that's another thing I have to figure out. Because I thought you would just have to, like, alright, you come back here, you get another P-switch, bam. You're in, you're out. It's good times. Have fun, you're out of the ghost house. No, apparently not. So I'm not sure. I guess I'll try again and see if it's, like, there at all. Dang it. But this reminds me of like, a similar problem I had when I was a kid. Like, a long time ago. In a land far away, I was probably, like, I don't know, I want to say I was, like, 16 or 17. Hold on, let me, like, set this up first. Because I know I'm going to get distracted and potentially complain. No, see, the stupid thing is here now, and then the shy guy shows up and, like, screws me over. I'm totally getting hit. Wow. Alright, see? That's all we had to do. And then bam. Nope, that's not all we had to do, actually. And I don't have a rewind. I don't have a rewind to do this because I thought I was good. And look at this. Look at how I messed this up. You seeing this right here? Look at that. I thought that was gonna work. I 100% thought that was gonna work. Unfortunately, it needs to go under the tube. And I'm not sure if I can fix this without dying, because also I don't need this key. Also, I can't take anything. So I should probably just, like, die and redo it. I don't know. I can try and do it again. We'll try and do it again. See, I had to mess up twice to learn. This is now going to be the third time through this. Oh my god. I need to remember to keep my save state, like, updated. This would all be, like, really easily, like, the second I'm done recording this video, I need to figure out how to, like, map a rewind. Like, I probably just easily missed it. Oh, my God. I probably just missed it in the menu somewhere. And it's probably pretty easy to set up. I don't know why I'm bringing this key. But, like, I need a rewind would have saved me a lot of heartbreak here. But when I was a kid, when I was, like, 16, 17, I would come home from school. I'd usually try to jump on the computer by this point. Because I finally had internet in my room by this point. Before that, we had like a basement computer that I would generally use and have a time on that. But I would say prior to me being like 16 or 17, we still had dial-up. Like, I don't know when like faster internet speeds, like cable internet and stuff like that, really became popular. I'm sure by, like, 2000 and, like, what, 5? It's probably, like, 2005 or something. I'm sure by 2005, a lot of places had high-speed internet available, especially in, like, bigger cities. But I don't know if it was just, like, where we lived at. Like, Comcast was stupid. Is this even, like, a thing now? Nope. Yeah, it's gone now. It's gone. It's actually gone now. So do you really only have, like, one chance to do this? And if you mess it up, you're just, like, done? You're just donezo. Alright, well, we'll do this again. This is the longest ghost house in history, but we'll do it one of these times. I only have 4 lives left. But yeah, I don't know if like high-speed internet was popular before that or like had really picked up speed, because like at that point we pretty much still had dial-up for a while, which sucked. Dial-up really sucked. I wasn't really able to use the internet during the day, because my parents were always waiting for, like, home phone calls, because we had a landline, because it's, like, 2005, so why not? And you couldn't use dial-up and the phone at the same time in most cases. At least I couldn't, so... but by the time I was, like, 16 or 17, we had, like, high-speed internet. Unfortunately, I had, like, kind of crappy wireless in my room, because the internet was set up in our basement. And my room was not near the basement, so I had to have wireless because we didn't have, like, an Ethernet cable running. It was just, like, it was all sorts of a mess. But generally, when I would get home, I would jump on the computer, because that was pretty much what I did with my time. I didn't really have a great time in high school. It was pretty not fun in high school. But I did meet people and make friends with people on the old internet, so I would jump on the computer when I was off of school, walk home, have a great time. Oh, man, that's not what I want to do. I'm telling the story, and I'm getting distracted. But that was what I would do. And one day, I'm sitting in my room. Just got home from school. It was probably, like, I don't know, it was, like, 4 o'clock or something. Because I was the only one who was home. And generally, my parents would get home at, like, I don't know, I want to say, like, 4:30 to 7. Like, depending on the day, or, like, if they got off early. So I was the only one home. I'm sitting at my computer, and all of a sudden... I'm dead as Mario. All of a sudden, my computer turns off. Everything turns off. Like, oh man. Come on. So let me get over the shy booze, please. My computer turns off. Everything turns off. Power's out. I'm like, all right, great. Power's out. It's not storming. That's kind of weird. So I'm sitting there. Nothing's on. Computer's off. Like, nothing will work. Lights are all off. Whatever. Okay, I guess the power is out. So I take a look outside to see if it's storming. I was like, man, it wasn't storming when I walked home from school like an hour ago. So, like, what the heck happened? Oh, my God. So, what the heck happened? Well, I'm just dying over and over. That's what happened. Dude, this is a struggle. This is absolutely, like, 100% has been a struggle. So, I look outside, and there's like, a big semi-truck outside. I'm like, that's weird. We live down a street where it's, like, really residential. Like... There really shouldn't be any big semi-trucks down our street. And he's just, like, sitting there. Let me make sure that I do this correctly. And he's just sitting, like, right outside our house. It's pretty not fun. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. This, like, big truck's just sitting outside the house. I don't really see semi-trucks here too often, because it's like a very residential street where there's like just a bunch of low power lines and stuff. This key is totally gonna disappear. I'm back here. How the hell do I figure this out? How? What was the point? Where does this go? Now I'm back here. Where the fuck am I supposed to go with this key? I'm never going to get to tell the story because I have to figure out where to go. Like, what is the point? Going up doesn't do anything, does it? No, going up, there's nothing up here. There's just walls. What is the freaking point? Well, this is about to be the end of the Mario hack, because, like, I'm going to have to figure this out. Stupid dang ghost house. Now, yeah, how do I get in that tube? How do I get in this tube? How? How am I going to figure this out? Well, I got to figure out where to go and what to do, so I'm going to try to be right back. Alright, well, welcome back. I might have found out what to do, and you'll never believe it. I'm sure there's, like, multiple exits to this place, but, like, I went through this door right here. Let me show you. Look at this. What's this right here? What is this fucking blue door right here? It leads to this. Wow. Alright, well, hey, at least if I get to leave this level and never come back, that's great. There must be, like, a more intricate exit that leads you to somewhere else, because, like, otherwise, I don't know. That or it's just all a huge red herring. I have no freaking clue. No, there's actually... yeah, there's probably, like, a secret that leads, like, straight to this, like, castle above me, or goes back to that ghost house over there, like, another ghost house level. I have no clue, but I randomly found out how to beat the level, so there you go. Level done. Hopefully we're done with ghost houses and I can finish my stupid story. But anyway, I think I was just talking about how there was a semi-truck outside and my power had just gone out. And I'm like, that's weird. That's real weird. So, you know, little bit goes by. I don't know what I was doing in the meantime because this was like seriously like what? Like a good like 14 years ago probably. Like this was a long time ago. So I don't know what I was doing, but like I probably went and like I don't know, made something to eat, maybe called my parents. I don't think I called my parents cuz like I don't know, this will be something a little bit later. But this I look out the window and the truck is gone. The truck is now gone. And something, namely a power line like is just sitting in the street. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 and 2 together and say this big ass truck drove down my street and like tore down a power line because generally there's not supposed to be trucks that are that big going down our street, and we had like some pretty low hanging power lines, like power cables, whatever you want to call it. Not a power cable, it's more of a power line, but and I wouldn't say like, you know, they were like drooping into the street or anything, but like if you have a big vehicle, like especially a semi-truck that shouldn't be on that street at all, like I was not surprised that something got torn down. So this power line is just sitting in like the middle of the street and the truck is gone. Like the guy booked it the heck out of there. He was done. He wasn't having any part of it. So now basically the reason the power is out because this guy like unfortunately probably got lost, turned down our street, and then all of that happened. So now we have like the power's out, got a nice power line in the middle of the street. Eventually my parents get home. I'm like, yeah, like all this stuff happened, and it wasn't very good. And basically they had to call the power company, and they came out pretty much like the same night because they basically had to, because I don't know if it was like a live power line just in the middle of the street. Like it could have been. I'm not a power line expert, so you know, don't necessarily ask me. But oops, don't ask me to do any of this stuff because I don't know. But yeah, that was in the middle of the street. The power company comes out. Dang it, power company comes out. And basically pretty much had to fix it, right? Like, it had to be fixed pretty quick, because it wasn't just like, oh, our power's out for some reason. It's like, yeah, the line literally got taken off of our house and is, like, now just, like, in the street, you know? Unfortunately. So they came out same night, they fixed it. We probably have power, like, oh my god. Dude, this is actually, like, it's really hard to, like, follow these coins. Like, I guess you're just supposed to kind of, like, yeah, you're supposed to... you're not supposed to do that, that's for sure. Oh, dang it. I wonder if I can, like, go over... Nope. Like, you pretty much just have to follow the direction and then just kind of, like, stick with it. You gotta be, like, really good at following these. I'm not very good. But we get our power back. And mind you, this is from, like... Oh, my God, this crap again. This is, like, forever ago. This wasn't any time recently. Just a reminder, this is, like, you know, when I was in high school. So, you know, we get the power back on. I'm like, cool. Time to turn on my computer and have a fun time. I go to turn on my computer, and guess what? It doesn't turn on. Guess after all that, guess what? The computer doesn't turn on. So, unfortunately, I think it was like a pretty new computer at the time. I think it was only like a year old because it was still under warranty. Dang it, this is gonna suck. Oh, man. I'm never gonna recover from this. This is good. Oh, almost. I almost had it. This is going to take a little bit of, like, expertise here. Oh, there we go. Got myself out of it. And after all that, like, after all that crap, my computer doesn't turn on. And it basically ended up being kind of similar in that it was the power supply. I guess the power supply. And all of that, like, fun times with the power line and the electricity going out, I'm pretty sure that my... Oh, my God. I'm pretty sure that my power supply in my computer... didn't live to tell the tale of what happened. But that made a little more sense to me because, like, do I really have to jump off of this idiot? Yup, sure do. Probably. It just sucked because, like, you know, back then I was without a computer for a week, and it really sucked because I relied on getting online to talk to people because that's where I had a good time with friends and stuff at. All right, I guess we're out of here. So it really sucked, and it just kind of reminds me of that. Even though it's been, like, 4 freaking ever since all of that happened, it just kind of, like, reminded me of that time. And it wasn't a good time. So thankfully, my computer is back in action right now. Hopefully it stays in action. I'm sorry, once again, my story is all over the place. Oh, my God. I think I've come to realize that, at least while trying to play a video game... and talk at the same time, I'm not the most coherent storyteller, because, like, there's always stuff going on that you know, I kind of want to react to, or that just, like, distracts me from the stuff at hand. So yeah, definitely not the most coherent and best storyteller, but basically, long story short, the power, like, today, when my computer was having these issues in the past week, we didn't even have any power surges. The power never went out. Like, nothing happened. Nothing had happened, like, at all. So it was just kind of weird. So I was just sitting there, and then all of a sudden, just my computer turns off, and that's it. Nothing else. No power flicker. The power didn't go out. Like, nothing. So, but yeah, long story short, my computer's power supply just died randomly. And for the better part of this last week or so, I've been trying to deal with it. And fortunately, it didn't, it messes up my recording, and it messes up... What the really? Alright, I guess that's pretty neat. You have to, like, jump on all the holes instead of jumping on the platforms. That's pretty cool. It's totally faking me out. Oh, really? Dang it. I don't know why I save in, like, midair so much. It just gets me screwed. It just screws me over. See, I've already distracted myself trying to give a recap. Had to really concentrate on those Shy Guys. Oh my God. Oh, he bounces back. Unbelievable. Oh man, I just walk right into it. But yeah, basically the computer died. Didn't really mess with stuff too much because I had stuff backed up, which was pretty good. And hopefully the issue... I'm never going to learn my lesson here. And hopefully the issue is done. I really hope that the issue is done, but I'm sure there's just going to be, like, a new issue in the not-too-distant future, and there's only so much, like, pre-recording and backing up I can do before, like, I just can't cover everything, you know? Oh, my God, what the... Hello there, I must say, you arrived sooner than expected. My crown isn't done yet. I am King Boo. Well, then, shall we do this? Sure. Oh, my God. Well, that kind of sucks. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm really glad I decided to use, like, save states nonstop in this part. God damn it. He's actually, like, pretty quick and kind of a jerk. And then to close out the story that I keep interrupting myself for, it just reminded me of some not-so-fun stuff that happened when I was a teenager that... Oh, man, I thought if I looked at him, he would stop. But nope. But it just reminded me of some stuff that happened, like, long ago and far away. That made me pretty sad at the time, and, you know, I was also made pretty sad today, recently, when I had all these other computer problems, because, you know, I just want to not have the problems, you know? I just want to have a good time and not have the problems. Oh, I guess we have multiple phases of this. Oh, we have to run away from him again? Oh, Lord. Could you imagine if I tried this with no save? I personally would never get through this. Like, I would just be dead over and over again. I would just be dead over and over again. I would probably, like, it would take me forever if I even was able to beat this. Like, it's not the craziest thing ever, but, like, I'm not normally used to, like, harder Mario stuff, you know? But I hope you enjoyed my story. I hope you had a really fun time listening to me ramble and not make any sense. To be honest, the ghost house really didn't help. Because the ghost house, like, really started throwing me for a loop by the end of it. So I was mostly focused on trying to get... Oh, that was a bad move. I was mostly focused on trying to get the ghost house done. Because once I had the solution, I needed to, like, really concentrate on it. And then when the solution didn't work, like, that was a curveball for sure. That was a bad idea. That was definitely a curveball. When, like, the solution that I thought was guaranteed to work didn't work, it was like, oh. Well, I didn't plan for this, did I? Nope. Oh, I didn't plan for that either. So let me in the door. This better be his last hit. Where is he? Oh my god, there's 100 invisible, like, ghost lines here. Oh, man. You probably have to be, like, kind of quick with this, too. Well, that's not kind of quick, is it? It doesn't help that there's, like, random slowdown, and it, like, is definitely kind of... Oh, it disappeared right when I freaking made it here, really? I wonder if there's, like... I think I can, like... Nope, that's totally not gonna work. Oops. Alright. Let's try this again. Yeah, some of these, like, areas kind of suck, because there's, like... It starts lagging a bit, and then, like, kind of throws me off. Can you go, please? Ugh, got him. I actually got him. He's dead. Holy crap, he's dead. We did it. I did it. Me and Save States did it. We did it together, guys. Pat on the back for doing it together. And we get credits, so it's actually over. I should have just waited until the credits to tell the story. And so King Boo was defeated. Mario and Luigi head back to the Mushroom Kingdom to celebrate until the next adventure. And we got credits. So, in general, a good time. The hack actually didn't get, like, as hard as I thought it would, but I still just, you know, just kind of stated through it. It's not my fault that I'm not the best at Mario games, and that I have stories to tell, and can't play at the same time. It's kind of rough. It's rougher than you would think. I'm sure some of you would be really good at it, but it's a little harder than you would think, you know? If you've ever tried it, you might know what I was talking about. I'm sure some people have jumped in just like me, being like, oh, it's probably, like, super easy. Like, I'll just fire up the old Mario and talk, and it'll be a great time. But especially if you check out, like, my early, like, super early, like, 2008 Mario hacks, like, it's hard. It's real hard. For me, at least. But the first Mario hack since coming back is done. Maybe I'll find, like, a little bit of an easier one. Because this was supposed to be, like, average difficulty. And, like, maybe average for people who play these kinds of things, but, like, the end of that was kind of difficult. Like, if I wasn't using save states, I would still be, like, I don't even know what level I would be on. I don't even think I would be, like, that close to beating the game. I would just probably be stuck on, like, one of the like, some of the levels were really easy today, and then other ones were just like, what the hell? Like, a little bit more difficult. That last, like, boss kind of gauntlet with the Boo, that was kind of tough, right? That would have been pretty tough if I wasn't using save states. Personally. Again, personally. Are we really going to get all of the enemies here, too? I wish I could fast forward. Another reason I need to set up my rewinds and fast forwards, if it's even possible, is to, like, fast forward through all this stuff. But for now, I got no more story. The story is that my computer's power supply just, that was it. It was done. It gave up. And it's fixed now. Uploading didn't get too messed up, because I had stuff backed up. And now we're here. And I'm gonna need you guys to, like, really kind of, like, combine all of your luck together and, like, give me some of it. Like, you don't have to give me all of your luck, but, like, you know, a shred of luck each, and you just give it to me. Like, that would help me out a lot. I would really appreciate it if you could all spare just, like, a sliver of luck and just combine it and give it to me. Because right now, it's not really going the best. It could be worse, for sure. However, it could also be better. And we'll see where things go, because at this point, like, my computer's just going to explode, or, like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm getting... It's a little offsetting. Sorry. Yeah, there's Fishing Boo. Dude, I hate Fishing Boo. Fishing Boo is such a jerk. I hope I never have to see him in another game. Dude, we've got to be almost done with these enemies, right? Like, there can't be that many enemies in the game. Where are the bosses? Usually they, like, the sub-bosses, like the mini-bosses usually start getting shown, and then you're kind of close to the end. Oh, here we go. We got Reznor. Good old Reznor. I don't think... Did we even see him in the game at all? Why is he in the credits? We didn't even see him in the game. He wasn't even in the hack, was he? Mecha Koopas? I don't remember those either. I don't remember any of these guys. Then again, my memory's pretty bad, like I've said. Memory, not the greatest. We're probably just, like, stuck on the end screen. And we probably can't go anywhere. So that'll be it for Mario Returns, and that'll be it for my story. I hope you enjoyed this, like, 30-something to 40-something minute-long Mario hack. I have to edit out a part of the ghost house. I don't think it was that long. It was, like, a couple minutes. But I can't believe I seriously sat here talking for, like, 45 minutes. It's already been almost 45 minutes. Of course, the final video is not going to be quite that long because I do have to cut stuff out. But time flies, man. Time does fly. Time flies when you're complaining about stuff while playing a Mario hack and all that. So that'll be it for Mario Returns. I can't hit any buttons here. That's unfortunate, but Mario Returns is done. When we do come back with some more Mario hack stuff, it'll be a different Mario hack. I don't know what it'll be. I'll probably just find a nice... Maybe I'll find a nice, like, long, easy one. Allegedly. On the website. Maybe I'll just find a nice, long, easy one. And just have some fun Mario action. But that's it for me this time. Thank you for listening to me rant about stuff. It's nice to have, like, a bit of an outlet to complain about stuff and at least put it in video form for people to listen to as I just kind of ramble and talk about stuff. But that's it for me, and that's it for Mario Returns. That's what we'll do next time. It'll be a completely different hack. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.